everyone, it's Jason from GameRave TV, and this is Pause Mode. So with E3 mere weeks away and what appears to be every company leaving and going for their own gigs, I want to tackle the ever-persistent rumors about the upgraded versions of the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Now let's preface this episode by saying changes in hardware, or even having multiple hardware versions, is nothing new. You can go back past the NES to a whole shopping mall full of them. To keep things relevant for this episode, however, we need to only go back to the original days of the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360. When the PlayStation 3 launched, the 20GB and 60GB models were features apart. The 20GB version literally had no Wi-Fi support and had the media card slot stripped out of it. Here's the even goofier thing. It was originally not even supposed to have the HDMI port either. Both of these models, along with the 80GB, would eventually sacrifice their backwards compatibility into the slim models. Here's where the important angle comes in. This is a situation in which there were two models, but then features were removed as they went on, like the various ports on the original PlayStation to PS1 conversion. Microsoft's 360 launched similar in that there were two models, the Core, which was the base system with no storage at all, and the Pro, which came with the 20GB and eventually 60GB hard drive. However, rather than take away hardware features, Microsoft started adding them in. This included adding HDMI ports to the base white model, tossing the free Wi-Fi adapter when the slim models came out, and so on. They only really took away the better cables, eventually splitting the component cords away from the enclosed AV cables, and then really screwing the pooch on the E model with the proprietary jack AV cable. Since we're mainly a PlayStation-focused channel, let's tackle Sony's beast first. Currently nicknamed the Neo, the going rumor is that the system is going to be beefed up for 4K television support, with some possibly better handling of the VR unit. If this is really all it is, and the additional rumor that there will be no exclusives for the new hardware, we can all relax and breathe easy. If you don't have a 4K television, and have no real plans to, you wouldn't see any bonuses from picking up the new model. If you do own a 4K television and haven't upgraded yet, well, here you go. You can now just wait a few weeks. It's a well-played move by Sony because that way you don't have to splinter the fan base. Everyone plays the same games in the same library. Some just have a better visual quality. The Xbox One's upgrade rumors, though, that's a different story. Recently, Games Radar ran a story that claims the upgraded Xbox One could go from its current 1.32 teraflops to 6. That's more than a supportive move for 4K televisions, though. In fact, many, including Games Radar, believe this is the supposed step to the rumored Oculus Rift support, or perhaps even Microsoft's own HoloLens down the road. The potential problem, as Penny Arcade so lovingly pointed out, is that there is also a possible chance that this splits the user base and the development community. If all three versions of the system, original, rumored slim, and the rumored upgrade console, are on the table, and the latter would actually require a different version of the game, then Microsoft would almost certainly squash whatever progress they've made since their DRM announcement 3 years ago. And they have made a lot of progress, especially from the retail side. It's important to note that without actual facts, these are and remain strictly rumors until Microsoft's E3 presentation, and Sony's for that matter. What is really important, however, is that for all the chaos in those two camps, this is either going to be the biggest window Nintendo has ever been given for a comeback, or it's going to be their darkest, longest hour. If there really is no news on the NX to be had at E3, or even Nintendo Direct in the same time frame, Nintendo is blowing their chance to step in between the two giants and present their own unique new console. If there was ever a console in dire need of a makeover or a high-res makeover, it's the Wii U. Alright guys, that does it for this week. Thank you so much for watching as usual. We will see you guys next week on GameRave TV, and I can actually expect at least one present tense next week. Take care, guys. Have a great one.